नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैवं नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति निश्चिता। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. So today we are going to read and discuss from Canto 3, Chapter 13, text number 26, the appearance of Lord Varaha. Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshadarine Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayati kirim yat kripatam aham vande Shri Gurum Dhinatarinam Paramanandam Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Jnananandamayam Devam Nirmalaspatikakritam Madharam Sarva Vidhyanam Hayagrivam Basmaye. Let me share my screen. All right, today, good morning. The text is 3:13:26. Let me zoom a little bit. Tesham satam veda vitanamurti brahma vadaryatma gunanubadham vinadda bhuyo vibudodhayaya gajendra lilo jalam avivesha. Tesham satam veda vitanamurti brahma vada Riyatma gunanubadham vinadha bhuyo vibudodhayaya gajendra lila jalam avishesha. Synonyms: Tesham, of them; Satam, of the great devotees; Veda, all knowledge; Vitantamurti, the form of expansion; Brahma, Vedic sound; Avadharaya, knowing it well; Atma, of himself; Gunanuvadam, transcendental glorification; Vinadya, resounding; Bhuyaha, again; Vibhuda, of the transcendentally learned; Udayaya, for the elevation or benefit; Gajendra Leela, playing like an elephant; Jalam, the water; Avishesha, entered. Translation: playing like an elephant, he entered into the water after roaring again in reply to the Vedic prayers by the great devotees. The Lord is the object of Vedic prayers, and thus he understood that the devotees' prayers were meant for him. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. मम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं भूतकथाति स्वपदान्तिकम् Panchakalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubhyo patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. The form of the Lord in any shape is always transcendental and full of knowledge and mercy. The Lord is the destroyer of all material contamination because his form is a personified Vedic knowledge. All the Vedas worship the transcendental form of the Lord. In the Vedic mantras, the devotees request the Lord to remove the glaring effulgence because it covers his real face. That is the version of the Isha Upanishad, The Lord has no material form, but his form is always understood in terms of the Vedas. The Vedas are said to be the breath of the Lord, and the breath was inhaled by Brahma, the original student of the Vedas. The breathing from the nostril of a Brahma caused the appearance of Lord Boar, and therefore the Boar incarnation of the Lord is the personified Vedas. The glorification of the incarnation by the sages on the higher planets consisted of factual Vedic hymns. Whenever there is a glorification of the Lord, it is to be understood that Vedic mantras are being rightly vibrated. Lord was therefore pleased when such Vedic mantras were chanted, and to encourage his pure devotees, he roared once more and entered the water to rescue the submerged earth. So I seek the mercy of assembled devotees, my spiritual master, our deity Shishi Nitai Gaurachandra Srila Prabhupada, to speak something meaningful on this verse. It's been very long time. Catching up my birth in giving Srimad Bhagavatam classes, coming back. Thank you, devotees, for giving me opportunity to read and discuss with you Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is about the incarnation of Lord Varaha. So here 3:13:26, Lord Varaha has appeared, and the Brahmadev, when he was doing some activity, something like a small size of a thumb fell from Lord Brahma's nostril. Lord Brahma was not sure whether it is the Supreme Personality of a Godhead. Is that the Supreme Lord? And that that form looks like, that form is the Lord Boar, Lord Varaha, and he jumped right after his nostril, and he was he jumped in the sky, and he is doing a lot of wonderful tricks, and that form, it's very bewildering. And the translation, Srila Prabhupada says, is playing like an elephant. He's not static, he's very dynamic. Lord Varaha, once he appeared, he is very dynamic. Dynamic like what? Dynamic like an elephant. You cannot see elephant very static. Even when it is standing, if you have seen elephants in Guruvayur, Or if you've seen elephant taken before the Sriveli procession in Guruvayur temple in Kerala, you can see the elephant will be always dancing. It doesn't stay calm, it's very dynamic. So here it's saying that Lord Varaha is playing like a dynamic elephant. He entered into the water after roaring again and again in reply to the Vedic prayers by great devotees. So it said that as soon as the Lord appeared, the devotees, they started chanting the Vedic mantras. That's the nature of a devotees. Chanting the glorification of Vedas is the nature of a devotees. It's not new. We had learned from Srimad Bhagavatam in Purusha prayers. Sahasra Srirsha Purushaha Sahasrasha Sahasrabha Sabhovin Vishwado Vritva Sharistangulam. So the Lord is always glorified with the Vedic mantras. When Brahma took the demigods to the ocean, to the milk ocean, they all started praying the Purusha prayers, glorifying the Supreme Personality of a Godhead. From the shore, they offered the prayers. So here, where the devotees, after seeing the form of the Lord, they didn't worry whether they didn't worry, is this the real Lord? Yeah, they accepted the Lord and they started chanting the Vedic prayers. That is the nature and the natural propensity of the devotees. As soon as they see the Lord, naturally, spontaneously, the Vedic mantras manifest. So the form of the Lord can be in any shape, whether it is a Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, whatever shape, whatever size, those are all material forms. I mean, like we had learned from our acharyas and spiritual masters that we are not conditioned to upatis. So it can be anything. But as soon as they understood that this is the Supreme Lord, He has manifested and He is dynamic, He is playing. You cannot estimate what is He doing. You cannot understand. But still they accepted the Lord and they offered the prayers without any reservations. That's why it says that the form of the Lord can be in any shape and He is always transcendental. So the Lord is Sachitananda Vigraha. Sachitananda is full of knowledge and He is full of mercy, bliss. He is the destroyer of all material contamination. And He is the form, His form is representing the personified knowledge, Vedic knowledge. And what is the Lord doing? The Lord is jumping here and there, and He is he is responding. He is responding to the prayers in a different form. I mean, if you ever had a opportunity to pet an animal or any pet, it reacts. It reacts very dynamically. It will not stay calm. It will not be static. It responds to the environment. It acknowledges. It do a lot of a thing. Here, the Lord has incarnated in the form of a boar. So the Lord is roaring loud and responding to the prayers, acknowledging the prayers that is being recited by Brahma and other devotees. So the Lord is reciprocating in that form. And he is here, he is jumping here and there. He can come out, he can say, he doesn't say that I am the Supreme Lord, Varaha. He doesn't say anything. He is jumping, he is making a lot of tricks, and he is excited. He is excited for the pastimes. He is excited and he is jubilated for performing this action so that his devotees can be engaged in serving him, so that the devotees can see his pastimes. And that is the relationship building between Lord. The Lord is establishing that relationship. He can just jump out and he can do his task. He doesn't need to come. It's not avatara is not required. The Lord doesn't need to come out. He can just by breathing, he can rescue the Mother Earth. He can do all those things. But he came. He performed all this. Though it looks funny, he jumping here and there and doing all these things, but in the form of an animal, the response an animal does. So he is doing all those things so that the devotees could appreciate and see the wonderful manifestation. Why he has taken in the form of a boar? Why boar? Because the Mother Earth has been hijacked in a very, very filthy place under the ocean, which is not accessible, and only a particular species can go there and rescue Mother Earth. So he has taken the boar form, and as a boar, he is doing the activities of the boar, and he is doing those things. Here, the Vedas, as soon as the devotee started worshipping the transcendental form and by reciting the Vedas, and in the Vedic mantras, the devotees request the Lord to remove the glaring effulgence because it covers his real face. He's so glaring, and the devotees are requesting the Lord, please, to remove the effulgence so that they can actually see his real face. That is the version of Isha Upanishad. So if you see in the mantra 15 of Isha Upanishad, Hiranyamayena Patrena. So, O my Lord, the sustainer of all that lives, your real face is covered by your dazzling effulgence. Kindly remove that covering and exhibit yourself to your pure devotees. So that is the ask from the devotees, because the effulgence is so high that that they cannot see the real face of Lord Varaha. So the devotees are asking for to remove the effulgence so that they can see the real face. So the Vedas are said to be the breath of the Lord. And as soon as Brahma inhaled, the original student of the Vedas, the Lord appeared, and from the breathing, from the nostrils, the Lord appeared in the form of a boar. And as soon as the Lord is manifested, Vedas were chanted. And this is the incarnation of the personification of a Vedas. And it is to be understood that whenever there is a glorification of the Lord, the Vedic mantras are to be rightly chanted. So you can see, even today, the practice of reciting Vedic mantras when is strongly performed in all religious activities, in the processions, when the Lord is taken from one place to another. So there are there are methodologies and things like the front portion has Vedic chanting, and the rear portion has also Vedic chanting. So they chant the Vedic mantras when taking the Lord from one place to another. So that is the standard format, and that's been followed in even today, that encourages the devotees. And the Lord, here it says that, is reciprocating, spontaneously accepting and reciprocating to the thing, Vedic mantras being chanted. Because um, without a reciprocation, how do the devotees know whether it is been accepted? It is the Lord pleased. When we chant the holy name, sometimes we get the transcendental feeling. Of course, it depends upon the sincerity of our chanting, and we can see, we can see, or we can realize from the spiritual masters or acharyas when they say purity is the force. Just by accepting theoretically that purity is the force, I am not there yet. But the purity is the force, is the one which is making me to sustain, keeping my fingers inside the bead bag and trying to do something. I will be there at one point of a time to my capacity. So that is the reciprocation. So here, as Lord Varaha, who is giving, acknowledging the fact that yes, please chant this Vedic mantras, and I am happy for this. So he is accepting and he is acknowledging and he is reciprocating as the boar jump here and there. And he, before he gets into the water, he is doing all these things and he is ready for his mission. The mission is to knock down Hiranyaksha, and to rescue the mother earth, because mother earth is been abducted, and the devotees are praying, the Lord Brahma and the devotees are praying to rescue the mother earth, and which is in the deepest part of the ocean, and the Lord has manifested for this purpose to knock down Hiranyaksha and give back the mother earth, so that it become the inhabitants for both um, that animate and non-animate to be in the mother earth. So that is the prayers here, and the appearance of a Lord Varaha. Lord Varaha Dev is very merciful. He is he also removes the obstacles. I'm repeating this. I had a chance to say a couple of days before when Vasana Mataji was sharing the class. So, Bhuvaraga is worshipped. Lord Bhuvaraga is worshipped for any obstacles related to constructions or anything in the Bhumi Puja. You do Bhumi Puja for the for to remove the constructions, anything similar to Lord Nrsimhadev. So the pastimes are like that. So here, Lord Varahadev is being worshipped to rescue. He is so merciful. There are many Divya Kshetrams available. 108 Divya Kshetrams. 108 Divya Kshetrams in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya or manifested in this Bhuloka, Bhumantala, glorifying the pastimes of Bhuvavaragadev. And in Chennai, there are two things that I am familiar with. One is in Mylapore, and the other one is Thiruvedandai, which is on the outskirts of Chennai, which is very wonderful Lakshmi Bhuvavaraga temple. where the Lord is acting as Nitya Kalyana Perumal. Every day he is in the Kalyana column, marriage pose, and he is he's marrying the Lakshmi, goddess Lakshmi. Goddess Lakshmi is sitting on his lap, and he removes the obstacles related to marriage. So the Lord is very, very eager to hear the prayers. The Lord is not dependent on anything. He is not depending anything from us. But he enjoys the prayers that are being chanted out loud, clear. There is another in Srimad Bhagavatam 5th canto, 18th chapter, text 8. Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya Namastejas Tejase Avirbhava Vajranaga Vajradamsa Karmasyan Randhe Thamograsaga Om Swaha Abhayam Atmani Bhuishta Om Shram. So that's a glorification of Lord Nrsingadev, where he has the nails as his weapons and he removes the obstacles. Abhayam Atmani Bhuishta Om Shram. The word Abhayam, that connects. We all need a gluing factor, the glue factor. The prayers is the glue factor. And the Lord reciprocates. We can always say that the Lord, being so omniscient, he knows everything. Then what is even the value of the prayers? Why should even I chant my prayers? Why don't he knows what is that required? No, it is my duty. It is my duty. It is my responsibility to ask. Man proposes, God disposes. I should ask. I should open my heart. I should reveal my heart. I should say. I should establish my relationship and ask. And the Lord will reciprocate. So here, when the Lord Brahma and other devotees are offering their prayers, it's an impetus for all of us to take inspiration and offer our prayers according to our capacity. Thank you very much. If there are any discussions, if there are any corrections, if I missed out anything, please add to the discussion. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. I mean, when we say, just thinking loud, right? So the Vedic prayers is, when we say Vedic prayers, Prabhu, I mean, it's like a Shruti, right? I mean, the actual Purusha Shokta prayers kind of thing, right?
Yes, Prabhu. That's my understanding.
Because that is also, I mean, yeah, glorification of the Supreme Lord. I mean, I'm just, maybe you can just say yes, no. I mean, I'm just asking. So that I'm just thinking loud, Prabhu. It's glorification of the Supreme Lord. So, but some places it says, right? I mean, if a devotee, right? I mean, of course, a pure devotee approaches the Lord with his own heart, whatever prayers he can offer. So they may be, I mean, they may not be aware of the Vedic prayers, right? Because they are standard prayers, right? So, so what is the? I mean, I'm just, what is the difference, or what is the? Uh,
Prabhu?
so I mean, why there are like standard prayers, right? I mean, the Purusha Shokta prayers. Those are the standard prayers always the demigods offer, and if so, I mean, we are of course following them. I mean, repeating those prayers. Of course, we don't know at our stage, right? I mean, what to offer directly. So I mean, that's why even for us, right? I mean, prayers of Queen Kunti, or I mean, Dhruva Maharaj or Prahlad Maharaj. I mean, there are various prayers that are there in the Bhagavatam. We'll be able to pray those, right? That's how generally we do. I mean, I was just trying to understand the difference between these two, right? And also, yeah, I mean, that primarily I was just thinking about the difference between these two kind of prayers.
Yeah, Prabhu, my understanding, I'm just repeating what my spiritual master says. Principles is the key.
Hmm.
Prayer, yes, we are not Brahma Deva. We are not in, we are in material world. We can do only to our capacity what we can. So
Hmm.
the principle prayers, we take the principles of a prayers to our capacity. Srila Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given the prayers by chanting the holy name. It is still a prayer. It
Hmm.
is authorized, and I can offer that. There is no difference between Purusha Sutta prayer. I can chant whether I chant Vedaham Eham Purusham Mahantam Aditya Varnam. It's an extensive, massive prayers offered on glorifying the universal form of a Purusha.
Hmm.
They did. But I can pray few prayers to my capacity that inspires me on Radha Shamasundar or the deities or chant the holy name. There's nothing wrong about it. Uh, Time, place, circumstances matters. Everything can be done, but in anything simple and affordable is first and primarily recommended. So
Hmm.
the so that's a part that I can think about or when you ask this question.
Thank you, Prabhu. I think, yeah. So, I mean, authorization is one thing. I think that is what I got it. And then, of course, our sincerity in offering those prayers, right? So,
Yeah,
thank you.
principles is the key.
Yeah.
Uh, like how Maharaj elaborated on the recent trip.
Hmm. Okay.
I think uh, I think I more than 2 minutes.
Thank you and Hare Krishna, everyone. Please accept my humble obeisances. All Krishna Prabhupada.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Prabhu, very nice and detailed class, Prabhu. I know yesterday or day before yesterday also you talked about all the different temples and their importance, and so that's very helpful to me, Prabhu. So thank you.
Yeah, if you ever have a chance to visit Tamil Nadu and Chennai, please visit these temples.
Yes, Prabhu. Accept my
Varaha,
dish now.
so wonderful Divya Desams, and it's just when you go to Chennai, it's only 1 hour drive or a 45 minutes drive from Chennai to that temple place. It's so inspiring and wonderful place, wonderful prasadam. Like we should never miss Thiruvidandai. It's called Thiru. Thiru means Sri Vidandai. If anyone looking for a marriage proposal getting declined or not getting, the Lord Nitya Kalyana Perumal, he is the one who mitigates those problems. And all glories to Shri Lord Varaha Dev, Shri Bhuva Varaha Dev ki jai, Shri Lakshmi Varaha Dev ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hi.
Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranam, Hari Hari, Sachita Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranams.
Excellent, excellent narration of what amazing class. Thank you very much for this glorification. I just want to let you know that two of my niece, they had problem in the marriages, and in fact we took them because my Guru Maharaj had told us once, no, in many years ago in a class. So from that, then we took them. Both the niece got married within a year.
Jai.
So it's a very powerful place. And in fact, in the last days of Mahati's thing, in fact, we visited the temple, and it was an amazing experience for us, actually.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for
Thank you,
sharing.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo ananta koti vaishnavvrinda ki jai.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.